Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. What's up, y'all? Happy Thursday. Happy thriving Thursday. Y'all, super excited about today's lesson, y'all. Super excited about today's lesson because we're going to get into some boss conversations about leadership, yo. Y'all already know how our leadership boot camp be, yo. Get your big notepad. I feel like I say that every week, yo, but I'm serious this time, yo. Get your big notepad, yo. We got a lot of stuff to get into, yo, in terms of our leadership. We about to be talking next level leadership, yo. I hope somebody came ready to learn, yo. Like for sure, for sure. Breezy said I got the whiteboard. I know that's right. Yo, I truly hope, yo, that somebody came ready to level up because it's your season for leveling up. And I don't know who need to hear this one, yo, but let me let you know. All those problems and all those obstacles, that's by design. Those things just ain't come out the woodwork. They ain't just come out of nowhere. All that is by design because every problem you face, every issue, every obstacle, every bit of adversity, all that stuff is helping you to learn how to navigate life. Life is always happening, yo. And you either going to fold and give up every time something get in your way, or you are going to get creative and figure out how to get through, how to get around. Like, yo, that be the main difference between people that actually get somewhere in life and people that stay stuck in life. The people that's getting somewhere, it ain't because they ain't got no problems or because they got it easy. I promise you, they dealing with bigger problems than what you could ever even imagine, but they don't let those problems stop them. They don't get pigeonholed in those problems. They figure out ways to get through those issues and they don't allow those issues to keep them stuck. Yo, it don't have nothing to do with your talent. It don't have nothing to do with your potential or your character. You could be the nicest person in the world. You're going to be the brokest person in the world if you don't learn how to get through some of those life challenges that pop up. You know what? I, we got to get to our lesson, yo. We got to I'm excited about our lesson today, yo. We got to get to our lesson, yo. Um Mark your calendars too, yo. Especially my year-round people, yo. Mark your calendars. November the 5th and November the 6th. Y'all got an opportunity to make money on top of money, yo. And November the 5th, we can actually see each other in person for a little bit of time. Yeah, yeah. So y'all know where we just had our end of summer cookout? We're doing a STEM activity. We partnering with Miss China and Miss Akila. Some of y'all met them. We're partnering with them and we doing a STEM activity. So even if you're not interested in STEM as like your career, it's still a great opportunity to network, make some connections, and then learn something new and get paid while you learning something new and get to eat while you learning something new. Because we're gonna order food and all that. So y'all gonna have lunch. It's gonna be some stuff. We're gonna have a STEM person there walking everybody through the activity and all that. So I'll probably have a link and everything like that up soon that y'all can use. So that way anybody that needs transportation, we'll make sure you get there. We'll make sure you get back. And like for sure, for sure. I mean, like it's easy money, yo. Reality, no, we ain't get the building yet, yo, but we definitely working on it, yo. And because that Friday, November the 5th, because that's also a youth advisory board meeting, she gonna set it up so that we can get on the Zoom on one of the big screens there. So that way ain't nobody got rushed. So after the STEM activity, chill, eat, whatever, get on the Zoom. You making money on your Zoom, yo. And then after the Zoom is over, send everybody home, and then guess what? When you get home, yo, the evening, we got the Tribeca Film Festival, yo. You can get paid. You can get paid for that too, yo. And I tell you, yo, it's just too many opportunities to invest in yourself. So not only are you going to learn about storytelling, because that event is going to be all about helping you to learn like how to tell your story. Y'all know we got the 3 heartbeats that's in the internship with Ghetto Film School based out of New York, right? Y'all know we got that on. So they learning all about storytelling, like the back and stuff. They the ones that we took to New York with us, where they talk to the producers, the engineers, and the storytellers and all that stuff like that. So you get to learn that important skill from the back end. And this about to blow y'all away, yo. You're gonna get a Uber Eats like voucher or whatever, like code or whatever, so that while you getting paid to learn about storytelling, you can get yourself something to eat from Uber Eats. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, yo, be looking out for all that. Just make sure y'all lock your calendars. Don't say that I didn't tell y'all. Just make sure y'all lock your calendars. And then on the next day, which is a Saturday, Saturday is going to be the master class. You can get paid. You can get my year-round people, yo. You can get paid for the master class, and the master class is going to be, I think it's like 2 hours. That's going to be right here on live. I got to get the exact times. It's going to be something like 12 to 2 or something like that. But that's where they are going to go deep into the technical side about like using the equipment and putting stuff together and all that. Like it's just knowledge on knowledge at this point, yo. And some of the stuff that you're going to be learning, you can really go out there and start making money off of that stuff. Like, yo, it's just too much. So lock your calendars on that one. And for Friday, November the 5th, everybody should be out of school. So that's a day where like the teachers are doing PD. So we're going to be doing that like in the afternoon. Yes, Kayla, I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna once we get like the sign up links together, because we got to see who need transportation and all that stuff so we can get y'all lift codes and stuff. Once we get transportation, and like once I get that, we going to put the link up. It'll be up there soon, y'all, and then y'all can just click on that and we can just kind of go from there. But yeah, I'm just too excited about that, yo. Too excited about that. But yo, how y'all let Mr. Elaborator get first, yo? What's up, Mr. Elaborator, yo? Welcome to the top spot, shorty. I feel like this your first time breathing that fresh air, yo. Breathing that fresh air. I gotta speak to my people so we can get this lesson, yo. Get them notepads ready. Breezy Breeze, what's up, Breezy Breeze? Tanner, what's up, Tanner? How you doing, yo? Chaos Smoothie checking in from ATL. What's up? Yes, Track Star, y'all can bring people with you, and I'm probably gonna have something on the link too to ask if you want to bring somebody with you. So like, yeah, that's absolutely cool, and we're gonna take care of them too. What's up, yo? How you feeling, yo? Reality, what's up, reality? Yo, we at Ace tomorrow, yo. Jazzy, Marcus Allen doing an entrepreneurship session tomorrow at Ace. Can't wait to see you. Jim in the Dilemma, what's up, Jim? How you feeling? Sane, what's up, Sane? How you feeling? Hey, Sane, answer me this one question, yo, and I'm gonna leave it alone. I ain't got not one person aside from like Trackstar that's on the food insecurity team, really leading the food insecurity team, really helping Miss Caitlin out. I ain't got not one person. I'm gonna leave that right there for you to let me know, yo. For you to let me know what's really good with this food insecurity team. What's up, Neon Say? How you feeling, yo? Mike, what's up, Pastor Mike? Good to see you, yo. Nisi Pooh, what's up, Nisi Pooh? How you doing, yo? Good to see you, yo. Good to see you. Sid, what's up, Sid? Y'all, Sid was on TV today, y'all. I got find the link and post that, yo. Yeah. Or maybe it's Aaron next week. I don't know, but I'm gonna figure it out. But congrats to Sid. And I think so. And also Nisi Poo probably got filmed today. So that's amazing. Y'all doing big things. Yo, love to see it. What's up, Cal? It's good to see you, yo. Hey, Kayla. What's up, Kayla? Good to see you, yo. How you feeling? Marcus Allen. What's up, Marcus Allen? Good to see you. Hey, y'all, don't ask why. Just make sure y'all giving Marcus Allen all the love, yo. Don't ask why. Just give him all the love. Give him all the encouragement. Give him all the positivity. Oh, see it and next Thursday. All right, bet we on it. Make sure y'all keep Marcus Allen close, yo, and make sure y'all sending him lots of love, yo, and positive energy. What's up, Track Star? Good to see you, yo. Soul, what's up, Soul? Soul, you can sing anywhere, yo. We got you. Good to see you, yo. Asita, what's up, Asita? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you. Tima, what's up, Tima? Let me find out you being consistent. What's up, Tima? Good to see you, yo. Dawn the Dawn, what's up, Dawn the Dawn? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you. Good to see you, yo. Yo, let's get ready to get into our lesson in a second, yo. Mr. Bonnet, what's up, Mr. Bonnet? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you. Bless. What's up, Bless? We about to get there, yo, right now. Kiesia, what's up, Kiesia? How you doing, yo? Good to see you. Hey, ma, y'all see my mother on here, y'all. Good to see you. All right, y'all. Let me share my screen, yo. Y'all already know how we do. Get your notepad out, y'all. Y'all about to learn some big boy lessons about leadership today. Oh, Tay Bass, you know I can never skip you, yo. What's up, Tay Bass? Yo, you know I could never ever skip you, yo. Tay Bands, you always first in my book, yo. Yo, we about to talk about. Let's go. Hey, all right, my bad, yo. Listen, you know I'm challenged with the names. Kiesia, Kai, I got you, yo. I got you. My bad, yo. My bad. My bad. All right, where we at, yo? Where we at, yo? 10-7. All right, big boy stuff, y'all. We doing core leadership skills, y'all. And this is not entry level, yo. This is not entry level stuff. This is next level leadership skills we about to talk about. And it's this idea, right, that in order to be an effective leader, and I'm talking about leadership where like you are really leading other people and leading teams and being effective with leading just beyond yourself, yo. It's 4 fundamentals, yo. And hopefully we get to get into all of them today, like in a little bit of details, but we're going to get through as much as we possibly can because these are the main ingredients. It don't matter which leader you look at in any industry, in any career, all of the successful leaders all have these fundamentally as their core skills. The first one is this, and we talked about this when we talked about emotional intelligence, self-awareness. That's number 1. And with self-awareness, what we really mean is like understanding your behaviors and understanding how your behaviors impact other people, how it impacts the team, the project, the organization, whatever the case may be. Number 2, this one should not be a surprise. Communication. And we're talking about next level communication, the type of communication where you are able to effectively communicate goals. And not only are you effectively able to communicate goals and messages, but in the process, you are able to inspire trust. Let me write that right here because that's a big one. Because in your communication, if you aren't able to inspire trust, then basically you just talking just to be talking. And while your communication might be like the right thing to say, it's getting lost because nobody is listening, nobody's paying attention, and nobody's acting on whatever it is that you're communicating. If nobody's acting on your communication as a leader, you're just talking just to talk at that point. Number 3, your influence. And this one really gets into the crux of you being able to be comfortable when it comes to like persuading people, promoting an idea, and delegating tasks. Now, be careful when you think about persuading people. I don't mean that tricky stuff where you being manipulative and you trying to make people to think the same thing that you want to think because it's some kind of benefit to you. No, this type of persuasion is where you are able to present facts to people and you are able to meet people at their communication level and talk to them in a way that makes sense, so that way that person has that light bulb moment. You ever talk to a person? Yes, Breezy, we staying away from the scams. This ain't that. But some people use this information for the wrong reason. And that's why I always say, like, yo, I'm trusting y'all to use this information for the right thing. But you ever be talking to somebody and you explaining something and then the person say, oh, I never thought about it that way. Or you know what? That never even crossed my mind. That type of persuasion. Because now what you are doing is you are actively helping this person see a different perspective. And when people were able to see a different perspective, then people were able to now change their behavior or change their thinking on a certain subject. Great leaders are able to do that, especially when it's for the benefit of that person. Now, it's when it's just for the benefit, just for you, you ain't really doing nothing. That's not really leadership. It's when you really helping somebody else to see the good for themselves and helping them to see a different side. And delegating is a big one, y'all, because a lot of times as leaders, we get stuck in that flat mindset of we just got to do it ourselves. If we want it done right, we got to do it ourselves. And I get that because sometimes that's true to a certain extent, depending on the task. But great leaders understand how to delegate, and we are able to build up our people so that we can trust them with tasks because you can't be a one man band forever. You got to be able to delegate. And then number 4 here, y'all, is learning agility. And basically, what that means is you being agile in your learning ability. And when I say be agile, what that means is you are able to keep up with what's new. You are able to change directions, to change course if it makes sense. You're not just stuck in this one box of thinking. Thank you so much, Nisi Poo, for getting my notes down. You are not stuck in just this one box of like how to do things and all that. You are able to keep up with different stuff. And you're also able to help other people do the same. Keep that in the back of your mind, y'all, as we go through this conversation. This stage of leadership is beyond yourself. So it's not enough that you are able to adapt to change and you are able to see new perspectives. A great leader is going to be able to use these skills to also help other people do the same. All right. So these are the 4 core competencies, y'all, the 4 fundamentals. Now let's really go in real quick on self-awareness because this one is big. All right, let's do this. We got 4 parts of self-awareness. All right. Here's our first part, right? This is known to self. So these are the things I'm going to put in these boxes. These are the things that you know. And these are unknown to self. And these are the things that you don't know, right? So you got your open self and you got your hidden self. And remember, self-awareness is all about self. So that's why we keep ending it in self. So when you think about your open self, right? This is information about you that both you and others know. So let's put you and others know. So anything about yourself that other people know, that you willingly share, and that you know you just completely open with that. Let's do this one with a little highlight right there. All right. And then this one over here for your hidden self. This is information about you that only you know, but other people don't know. And reality, let me know if I lose you on any of this one, okay? Let me lose. This one is information. Oh man. Come on now. My thing messing up on me, y'all. Hold up, y'all. See, now we getting all into it. Now we wanna, yo, what is you doing to me, yo? Oh my god. Y'all. They done messed me up for real now, yo. They done messed me up for real. Come on, man. What is you doing? Oh my god. Now they try to mess with us, yo. Why? Just because we was in there getting it good, yo. Just because we was about to get it good. Come on now. That ain't what I need, y'all. I need this right here. No. All right. Yo. Hating real bad, yo. Hating real bad. All right. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna unplug this thing one time, yo. And I'm gonna try to get it back on. But can somebody please take my notes for me while I'm working on this? I'm gonna try to get this back right. But the hidden self, right? That is the part information about you that only you know. Other people don't know that information about you, right? That's only you, nobody else. You basically kind of keeping it like to yourself. That part of self-awareness. When we move over to our other category, right, that I was explaining, the unknown to self, you got your blind self. And a lot of people cringe when we talk about this part, but your blind self is information about you that you don't know, but other people know. So, you know how, like, sometimes people might be having side conversations about you, and like you might hear through the grapevine, but it might not necessarily even be true from your perspective on what it is, but it is absolutely the experience of other people. Yes. And sometimes that can be a little bit dangerous, especially when people ignore that type of information. When you ignore that type of stuff where it's like, okay, people that you work with or people that are close to you, they notice about you, they see this, they observe this about you on a regular basis, but you don't recognize it within yourself. And then you kind of get defensive, like your wall goes up because now it's like you kind of feel like you are being attacked. Very dangerous, Bless. Very dangerous. On my bottom part that I was going to do, I'm still trying to get this back up for us, y'all. On my bottom part, your unknown self. And this is the last part. This is information about you really that nobody knows. You don't know, and other people don't know. So I read the book Emotional Intelligence, and it's said, and this is exactly why I had to do this lesson after, because we've been spending what I think we did like 3 sessions on emotional intelligence. Like this is like the next logical one because it ties into that next level of leadership. This is all about emotional intelligence, but that unknown self. And that's that information that you don't know and nobody else knows either. And that too, Bless, It's like a dangerous space to be in, because now you may have things about yourself, and especially as a leader, if you are in charge of other people, you may have things about yourself that are completely in your blind spot, because now you don't recognize it's an issue. Nobody else recognizes that it's an issue. But whole time you could potentially be hurting the team. You could potentially be hurting yourself. So it's a great concept to really like think about and like put yourself in that space and really say, okay, what are some of my blind spots in life? So some of the this thing is really getting on my nerves too, y'all. Like it's really getting on my nerves that I can't even use this right now, because this be my life right now. Just because, y'all, we was rolling. But yes, Ralph, and we about to get into that, because part of that too is thinking about the barriers that we have. Can we talk about being nonchalant? Um yeah, we can weave that in, because people who are people who are nonchalant, like sometimes they just don't want to recognize their feelings or recognize whatever the situation is, because they are in an uncomfortable space of acknowledging their feelings. Like a lot of times that's the basis of that situation, and you won't be a successful leader in terms of being influential and being able to inspire other people if that's your attitude. Because when you have that nonchalant attitude, you're going to have a hard time gaining people trust, because people are not going to think that you care. People aren't going to think that you care, and they aren't going to think that you are truly interested in them and in their feelings. And that's a big part of leadership. Like people knowing that you really care about them and they not just a number. So so definitely a good concept. But some of the barriers, y'all, to self-awareness, like why some people never get to that part. Like they may have great potential for being a leader, but they never get to that part. One of the first things is a lack of mindfulness. Like when you just are not mindful about like people that are in your space, situations that are in your space, and you one of those type of people that just kind of fly off the handle with your words and all that type of stuff, like you don't get that part. It's almost like you are so big and your ego is so big. Yes, rally rails, definitely, yo. They're really the most emotional, absolutely, but they try to block it. Um, the the people who have this lack of mindfulness, it's like their ego is so big, they are taking up so much space in the room. Nobody else in the room can even breathe. Yes, Tima, that's self-centeredness, yo, and that's how it be. Um, Another thing that keeps people from reaching self-awareness, another barrier, is like our own biases. And the worst kind of biases are the ones that you don't know that you have. As a leader, it is easy to communicate and to navigate your biases when you sit with yourself and you identify what those biases are, because then you have an opportunity to be transparent about it. You can tell people, like, look, I have this bias against people that make excuses. And that's like a real thing for me. Like, I really do tell people that. Like, when people are new to my team or new to my situation, like, that's one of the things that I say off rip, just so people can know how to be successful when working with me. I am extremely biased of people that make excuses, because I automatically go to, you lazy, you don't want to work. And those aren't the kind of people that I want to work with. Like, we all got stuff going on. I could make a whole list right now of life challenges that I got going on. Have a whole list right now of other things that I should be attending to, instead of being here trying to teach y'all. But at some point, You got to be a person that stands on your word. And if you're going to say that you're going to do something, then you got to be able to do it. So being able to understand what your biases are and call those out and be transparent about them, like, is definitely something that a great leader has to learn how to do. Um, Yes, Mr. Bonnet. Yup, these lessons end up changing the perspective and saying you right on point. You definitely are who you hang around. Yo, hey, yes, Mike chose the burritos over education, made me realize, hey, speak on that, Mike, because that's real. Um, Another barrier, y'all, and this is probably the biggest one out of all of them. Another barrier to reaching that place of you being self-aware is your unwillingness to accept feedback. You can throw the whole self awareness in the trash if you are one of those people that can't accept feedback. Granted, some people are just going to tell you whatever because they don't like you. Some people are just always looking for a way to put you down. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about people who are on your team in some kind of way, people who you have to work with in some kind of way, people who might even like be your peers, your family members, your friends, whoever. You have to be able to have an open and safe space for people to feel like they can give you constructive criticism. If they can't, you will never get better because you will go along in this world thinking that everything you do is perfect, thinking that your crap don't stink, and that nobody has an issue with you, or that you are just doing things the best that they can possibly be done. When you open yourself up to feedback, you get to see, yo, that there is a lot of room for improvement. And some of that stuff you probably didn't even think of. Some of that stuff probably wasn't even on your radar. But when you start to, like, really tap into how other people view you, especially people who you are leading, when you tap into that, you can be a better leader because now you understand, like, what other people need from you as a leader. And that is valuable. That is more valuable than anything that you could ever bring to the table on your own, because you can be a more effective, inspirational leader when you understand what people need from you and you are actively working towards that. It's nothing worse than you thinking you know what people need whole time they don't even need that. And then you don't even know that they don't need it because you don't have a safe space for them to come and tell you about it. So, um, so definitely keep that in mind, having that space where people can come to you and people can actually give you that constructive criticism. Um, Remembering that it's your self-awareness versus what you are experiencing with yourself, right? So that can be a little complicated to understand, but the best and simplest way to put it is that you are always constantly fighting with the things that you know about yourself versus the things that you've experienced. And sometimes the things that you know about yourself and just in general, sometimes that can conflict with an experience that you had. An example, let's just use the police, right? Because that's just an easy one to to use because it's just so bad. Some people might have this perception that all police are bad, and every single time you interact with a police, you just supposed to act a certain way, right? Like you just supposed to be off the chain, um, not talking to them, not cooperating, not doing anything because of one bad experience that you had, right? Versus being able to see the whole picture and understanding that, yes, we know as a whole that the system is corrupt. We know that the system is far from perfect and that it needs change. But we are able to tap into our self awareness to know that in each moment, in each different situation, it has the potential for a different outcome. Every outcome is not going to be the same as that one that we've experienced. And some people really get themselves caught up in like a pigeonhole for real, when they go through life thinking that everything is going to be the exact same. And reality, you're right. That's exactly what they expect you to do. And that's why some of them be so comfortable killing us, because they expecting us to wild out. They expecting us to be armed. They expecting us to do like all these bad things, like, and without giving us the benefit of the doubt, which is actually kind of sad. But that speaks more to who they are, especially as an entity, and less of who the individual is. Because when you go through life treating people as individuals and giving people the benefit of the doubt, you will find that, yeah, your experiences will help you in some situations, but you can't allow your experiences to be like the end all be all, especially in a leadership role, because in a leadership role, now it's bigger than just you. All right, let me see. I might I might have my screen back, yo. Then can you post the list on your story? I know track star. That's what I'm saying, yo. Yo, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, like they really over here killing me. But I might have it. Yeah, I'm a I can post it, especially if I'm not able to get it up, because this thing is really, really, really getting on my nerves right now. I think I might have fixed it. We about to see. Hang on. I might have fixed it. It's just crazy, yo. Just because we was having a good little time, yo. Just because we was having a good time. All right. All right. It might look a little crazy at first. Tell me if y'all can see. You know what? Y'all probably can't. Tell me if y'all can see this. Hang on. It's gonna look crazy at first. I know, right? All right. Tell me if y'all can see that. Can y'all see? All right. Now I think. All right, let's do this. Can y'all say? Okay. All right. So let's get into some strategies. So we talked about the barriers and all that. All right, bet. I'm glad y'all can see the notes. Perfect. Okay. And the stuff that I talked about earlier, I can post that on the story so that y'all can have that too. But here's some strategies to cultivate that healthy sense of self-awareness. Um, First thing is, yo, create space and time. And remember, y'all, self is all about self. You got to be able to do these things with yourself if you are serious about leadership. So, like connecting with yourself on a daily basis, avoiding some of the digital distractions, especially when you are trying to connect with yourself, and like really carve out that time to really be alone when you need to be. Dang, was not the move. My bad, y'all. I'm just messing this whole thing up, ain't I? Let me there we go. There we go. All right. Um, the second thing is, and we just talked about this one. So practice mindfulness. And people don't be taking this one serious, y'all, but you gotta take this one serious. And this one is about paying attention to what's happening with your own self. Anything that's happening with you, like pay attention to that type of stuff. Slow down when you need to. Like some people like to take like little walks or eat their favorite food or whatever. whatever it is, do whatever you need to do in order to be like in that moment, and practice like listening to yourself too. And I know that that might sound like a crazy concept, but like listening to yourself and not allowing outside situations and distractions to stop you from being able to really get in tune with yourself. Another good practice, y'all, and I need to make sure that I get the people that's going to be on Miss Taylor's. I need to get y'all on that list. But like, journal your awareness. Like, if you are already in a good space with using a journal, um, start using your journal also to like process some of your thoughts and writing out some of your feelings. And if you aren't in the process of using a journal, you might want to think about it, because it helps more than you know. And even if you don't think that you would like it, try it. Like, you just never know, because again, leadership is about other people, but it starts with you. So you got to find ways to first take care of you. This one right here, yo, you gotta be able, yo, to practice listening. And not that fake listening y'all be doing, where it's like you just be listening just so that you can respond to people. But like, nah, really practice listening to other people and really understanding what other people were saying and where other people were coming from. Like, let people know that you are paying attention to them. um Observe the different emotions that are happening with people. You know how we talked about observing body language and like eye contact and all that type of stuff like that. You gotta be able to have that good listening ear if you want to be successful at leading people. Because if people think for a second that you're not listening to them, or that like you don't really care, you ain't gonna have nobody following you, yo. People might respect whatever title you got, if you got the title of a manager or a supervisor, but people are not going to respect you, the person, as a leader. Yes, yes, Donovan, listening to understand, not to respond. Absolutely. And this last one right here is important too. We talked about this one, y'all. Gain a different perspective. If the only perspective that you are working with is your own, you in trouble when it comes to leadership. You in trouble when it comes to leadership, yo, if the only perspective that you have is your own. Because basically what that means is you have a very narrow view of the world and of the situation. And a leader that tries to box people in with only your perspective is a leader that is never ever going to be able to succeed. Like, you just won't be able to be successful, because people won't ever feel like they locked in with you. Like, people won't ever feel like they understood. Now, y'all, don't get it twisted. This don't mean that you go with other people's ideas and their ideas ain't making sense. Like, you just going with their ideas just because you want to make people feel special or make people feel like they heard. No, you got to go with the idea that's best for moving you forward. And a lot of times, if you are in the leadership position, you're going to get good at getting ideas from your people. But sometimes those ideas might be your own. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. But you just got to make sure that you position yourself to where, as though, even if you don't move forward with somebody's idea, you at least let them know that you understand their perspective, that you respect their perspective, you appreciate it, and you want them to keep giving you that different perspective, but being very clear about the direction that you need to move in. All right. So, with that, y'all, let's get into this, because this one is the biggest monster, yo. Communicating effectively. And we're going to get into like some real strategies for how to do this one. Because if you can't communicate effectively to your team members, yo. Forget about you being a leader. Forget about anybody following you at all. You're never going to be able to do it, yo. And let's talk about some of the things that go into effective communication, right? We got we got five main ones. Let's do this. Try my box again. Oh, look at that. All right. All right. I show my box again. Okay. My first one right here, y'all, is communicate relentlessly. Especially when you are in charge, yo. You got to communicate, communicate, communicate. 9 times out of 10, when you are giving people like direction or you are painting a picture or something, the general rule of thumb is people don't really understand it until like the third time. Now, there are some exceptions, but the general rule of thumb is you have to be able to clearly communicate your thoughts, the information, the ideas frequently. And not only are you doing it frequently, you got to do it in different methods. So, say you are the leader of a team, right? And your team is taking on like this big project or whatever. Not only are you going to have a team meeting with your team to communicate that verbally, you might also send a follow up in an email so that they can also have it written out and they can go back and they can review like the written information. You might also do like a 60-second video or something like that, basically explaining what it is and sending that out so that people can have something too where they can watch the video on their own time and get the information. You might even draw up like some type of FAQ document where it's the same information, right? But it's in a different format. So now they can see the same thing spelled out from an FAQ perspective. You really got to be creative in how you deliver the message. If you are a leader and you expecting people to just understand your message that one time, that one meeting, in that one communication way, you fooling yourself, yo. Hey, Donovan, Don the Don, please don't even bring up the food insecurity team, yo, because y'all not it right now. And we really need some leaders to like really step up. Like, first of all, some people on that team just gotta go. People that really don't want to be there really just gotta go. And the people who are stepping up and leading, y'all need to confront those people and let them know it's time to step off. I would rather be on a team with less people doing more work than trying to carry on people that ain't really working, y'all. Like, hey, Don to Don, you tell me. I don't know what happened. All I know, people not doing work outside of the meetings, people not turning in their homework. Word on the street is people were supposed to submit 3 resources to help people get food. Literally, you can Google like everybody on the team right now that didn't get their 3 resources. I can do that for you right now. Like literally, like yo, a small issue like that, and it's just like yo, people don't understand. It's hungry young people on the other side of this project that's really waiting on y'all to get this stuff together. But you know what, yo, I can't even really get into it, yo. But um, y'all just gotta do better. All right. The second thing, yo, simplify. If you want to communicate effectively as a leader, you gotta know how to simplify complex issues. If you spend your life talking over people's head, yo, if you spend your life talking in a way that people don't understand what you're saying and people even more confused by talking to you, you are not effectively communicating, and your leadership, throw it in the trash, yo. When you think about simplifying your message, think about saying exactly what you mean. Keep your emotional intelligence in place. You want to be mindful of how you say it, but say exactly what you mean. If you don't need to use extra words, don't use extra words. And please don't try to use no words that make yourself sound like like you smart or intelligent and all that type of stuff like that. People want to know that you're smart and intelligent just because you are able to help them understand on their level. And I know we said this before about communication, but the general rule of thumb, and this is nationwide, is that you have to speak generally at a third grade level. If you are able to communicate effectively to third graders and write on an eighth grade level, then you will be more effective in communicating to a wide audience. Even people with PhDs and all that stuff, even the president, their speech writers, their speech writers writes their speeches on eighth grade levels just so everybody can understand it. It's all about simplification. Be direct in your communication. That doesn't mean that you mean to people, but be direct. And simple communication is something that everybody can understand. So simplify. Um, Here's another one, y'all. For number three, you know what? I'm gonna put number three in my big bucket right here. Hold your thoughts. As a leader, especially, yo, we always automatically have this feeling that we want to get it out. We want to get it out. We know what we are saying or thinking is so great. We want to get it out. Yo, learn how to hold on to it. You, as the leader, your job is to create the environment for the people who follow you, for everybody else to be able to feel safe and for them to be able to express their thoughts. Before you putting your stuff out on the table, encourage other people to share their ideas and to share their solutions. That's the first thing you got to do, y'all. If you are always the first person jumping out there, hogging up all the oxygen, throwing out all these ideas and all, that's great. That's fine, depending on the setting that you are in. But if you are looking to try to elevate your leadership skills, you got to think about that differently and you got to reverse that. You got to be able to first create space with others. And you also got to be on the lookout for those introverts. You got to actively seek out those introverts and actively continue to put the introverts up front and help make space for them. Like, yo, if you see that somebody is dominating the conversation or somebody, one or two people may not be getting a chance to speak, you got to open the door for them. You got to create the space for them. You got to be able to say in a professional, polite way, all right, such and such, I'm going to come right back to you, but let's get to this person because we haven't heard from them yet. You got to learn how to do that, yo. You got to learn how to do that. You're not leading effectively. You're not helping to facilitate effective communication if you are in a space where you can do that. And practice doing it. It might feel a little crazy at first, especially if you got to cut somebody off. Because, some people, they will go till 10 o'clock at night if you let them. So it's going to feel a little comfortable, but practice inserting yourself in a professional way to where as though everybody can see that you are creating space for everybody to have equal space in there. Number 4 right here, y'all, use stories. Everybody can relate to stories. And when you tell a good story that's relating to whatever it is that you're trying to communicate, you are able to give people something visual that they can actually visualize, like the vision or the goal or the objective. Put a story around it so that people can really tap into it and relate to it and understand it even more. And then the last one, yo, back it up. Yo, you gotta be about everything you say you about. If people see you, if people hear you doing one thing and see you doing another thing, son, you done. Your trust is done. You can't be sitting up here, preaching to people about the right thing to do and about what you need from them and how you need them to behave and all that type of stuff. And then you sitting out here doing the total opposite. You doing the exact same thing that you told them not to do. You got to be able to back it up, yo. You got to be able to be an example. And if you aren't able to be an example for whatever reason, you got to be transparent about that. They should not be finding out about it from your behaviors. They should be finding out about it because it's something that they know. And I give y'all an example of that using myself. And this one, it's a bad one, but I hope that it drives the point home. So, one thing that I expect at all times, especially for my young leaders, is professional language at all times in all spaces. Right now, y'all already know, especially if you've been on the other end of a cuss out from me before, you already know that is something that I do not do. Sometimes that language get real unprofessional to get you together. But again, that's not something that I hide behind. And it's not something that I be fake about. Like, no, I'm very, very clear in my messaging that, like, yo, I'm to the point, I know how to turn it on and off. You never gonna hear me slip up. Like, nah, like if I'm in my professional spaces, it is what it is. But I've definitely earned my right to say what I gotta say when it's time to say it. So that is just an example, and you got to be able to point out some of those things about yourself, um, and your leadership style, so that people won't feel like you being a fraud or you being a fake. Like if you sitting up here telling them one thing and then doing another thing. What are some of our barriers, y'all? Some of our barriers to communication, because sometimes we might be thinking that we doing everything right, and whole time we ain't doing nothing right. And don't get it twisted, y'all. It's barriers on both ends. You got barriers from the sender side, that is you, and you got barriers on the receiver side. That is the person that's supposed to be receiving the message. Sometimes with the sender, yo, it might be a lack of interest. And people can tell you giving them some information or you trying to communicate with them and you don't even care about what you communicating. People are going to sense that. You are going to lose a lot of trust that way. It could also be a lack of knowledge. Imagine that. How many times you talk to somebody and they just don't know what the heck they even talking about? They trying to communicate something to you, but whole time they don't even know what they talking about themselves. So now you done left the conversation even more confused than what you was when you started. Got to be aware of that. Also jogging, yo. That's a big one. You got to be aware of your audience. People don't always know what you mean when you using slang and different words that are in whatever profession that you are in. Like you got to be able to communicate in a more simpler way, to where as though you are able to do the message in a way that everybody can understand. Sometimes it's an age difference, yo. And yo, sometimes it just is what it is. Sometimes because of the generational gap, like we aren't always able to connect in the way that we want to connect. It can be the speed too. You ever talk to somebody, they know what they're talking about, but they talking so fast, you ain't get half of it. On the receiver end, sometimes, yo, their emotional state can be preventing them from actually receiving the message. So you could be saying everything perfectly. You could be doing it the best way that you know how. But if that person isn't in a solid emotional state to receive the message, then guess what? It ain't going to be there. Sometimes it's a disability. And people often overlook this one because some disabilities aren't always diagnosed. And some people don't even know until they know. So we got to be aware of that. Yo, what if it's just boring? Your message can be a great message, but if that thing is boring, yo, forget it. Forget it. And this is why my facilitators, if you've ever facilitated a class for me, a leadership or a entrepreneurship or anything, one of the first things I say is like, yo, don't be boring. Like, I trust your message. I trust the meat of your message, but it's like sometimes, yo, I don't trust how you are going to get that message across, because some people just be as as dry as I don't know what, and like, yo, can't 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 do it, yo. Some people just have some people are just unwilling to listen. Unwillingness to listen. Like, regardless of what you say, some people just don't want to hear. You gotta be able to recognize that as a leader, yo. Um, it's just crazy, yo, because some people just don't want to listen because of who you are. Not necessarily because you don't know what you're talking about, but because of who you are. You gotta be able to recognize that. Y'all, I wish we had more time, yo. We're going to continue this next week, yo. We're going to continue next week, y'all. This was great, yo. Like, this was absolutely great. I hope that somebody learned something. I hope that y'all got something good out of that. We covered a lot. I know, Kels. I know, yo. I know, yo. I know. We covered a lot, which I'm happy about, yo. And I really hope that somebody is able to take that and actually put it into practice. I know, yo, time just be flying, yo. Yo, so I was typing in my notes. I know that's right, yo. I know, yo, time be flying, y'all, real fast. But I hope that that was helpful, and I hope that it brought clarity around like some of the things that we need to be mindful of. So, yo said, let's do till 8. Man, listen, I might be letting y'all up early because, oh, BT, I was just about to say, y'all about to have an early Lord night, yo. But Beast is on here, y'all. We gonna pick it up next week. Yes, yes, yes. Beats,
Hey, Miss Jody.
what's up? How you feeling?
Oh man, I'm feeling good about this session today. We got a figure that I think you might like. Um, I'm gonna be going
Okay.
into. Yeah,
I know that's right. Okay, okay. We love that.
yeah. Okay, cool. I'm all good to go. All right, hi y'all.
All right, cool. Well, I'll see you back. I'm gonna let you get to it.
Okay, cool. Hey y'all, what's up? Hey, Tay Vans. Yeah, what's up? Yeah. Hey everybody. Hey, what's up, Marcus? Yeah, I got you, Marcus. My bad. I've been working on this, so my bad. Or you could have kept going if you ain't got. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Tanner? If that's your name, I'm not sure. My bad. Hey, what's up, all y'all? Dang, yo, we got like the full crowd today. All right, man. Yo, I'm about to hop straight into it. How y'all day been though? Like, let me know. How everybody day been, man? What's this session been like? You feel me? Hey, what's up, Mike? Yeah, everybody. All right, good. Share my screen. And then, okay, y'all. So I'm gonna have a little like copyright free music track playing in the background. So let me know if y'all can hear it. Okay. Hey, what's up, Gemma? Hey, hold on. Did I miss anybody? Yo, what's up, Donovan? What's up, Kayla? Hey, yeah, I'm cool for real. Like, This lesson today, man. Ooh, I'm excited. Like I think y'all like might be able to pick something up from it. That's why. Ooh, okay. Miss Johnny, in order to share my screen, I gotta get hop off and then back on. So just give me like 1 second.
Dang, y'all, my man Beach, yo, had to get off of here. Hey, yo, yes, yo, the trade session is amazing. Like, yo, if you're not in the studio with them and you serious about like music, production, engineering, learning the boss side of that, yo, you missing out, yo.
All right,
Y'all definitely got to get with them on that.
cool,
You
man.
good?
Oh yeah, I got everything ready.
All right, bet.
Okay. All right, so y'all let me know if y'all can hear this what I'm about to play. So my start screen, yup, and then play. Well, let me wait till the ad goes. Wow. Okay, can y'all hear that right there? And then also me at the same time. Let me know. Yeah, it should be a track playing right now on the back. If not, then I'm gonna just go without it. It's cool, but let me know if you can hear it. Not really. So like it's low, or you can't hear it at all. Okay, got you. Cool. I'm going without it. You can hear it. Wait, you can hear it. So it's just low. Like I'm trying to have it. Hold on, let me cut it up a little bit. Um, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I hear it. Okay. Can't hear it at all. It's just low. Okay, I kind of want it low, so I can hear myself over everything. Um, some can't hear it, and some people can. That's weird. I'm not about to trip over this. I gotta just cut it off for real. Like, okay, cool. I'm aware that should just be playing in the background. So y'all, today we got um today we going over Jay-Z, right? I'm a yeah. Okay, so as long as you can hear my voice and then me over it, like can't hear it at all. I'm about to just cut it off, yo. I'm about to just cut it off. I'm about to just cut it off. No. That's too much. That's too much. All right. So yeah. So today we going over Jay-Z, man. Um I'm about to get into it, man. Ooh, first things first before anything though, there's this artist I want to introduce y'all to, that I've come in contact with recently. So his name is McKinday. He's like R&B, but he from Baltimore, and we don't hear, or at least not like different R&B. So I'm going to play that real quick. His song is like 2 minutes long. Just let me know what you think about it in the comments, so I can relay that back to him, and we can get a little bit of relationship going on. So let me pull that up real quick. Cool. That's great. Okay, so I'm gonna take what I said from the other one, which we couldn't hear it when it was really low, and then I'm gonna cut this like up like a lot. All right, and let me know if y'all can just hear like this. Okay, can y'all hear that? No? What? Man, it's like playing with me today, man. I'm finna just see. I mean, I can play it from my phone. I ain't tripping. All right, let me cut my speaker on. Bluetooth mode. All right. That's the song, y'all. Power off. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. Okay. Hear this song right here. Is this better?
I know that.
Can y'all hear that?
Time will treat you well. For sure.
Okay.
But I know that my pride won't let you go. You ain't the same how you used to be. Baby, I know that it still hurts me. Cause I look at myself and I can't see. No changes, no changes to me. Take a breather, I am so I can't leave. Ain't no running, ain't no hiding, you can't find that. You still belong to me, and it's true. Been a long time coming, ain't no you're on my mind.
Okay. I feel like, because I remember it was some cussing in the song. Miss Donnie, is cussing okay in the music? I just want to know, because I feel like it's coming up, so I'm not about to play it. Like, okay, all right, cool. Miss Donnie said it was okay. All right, I'm just letting y'all know. Disclaimer. All right, cool. No, that's not me. I'm gonna show y'all who it is after everything goes on.
Tired of something, but you say you're fine. And I won't apologize, cause I want you wrong or right. Need you right here by my side. You told me this you me forever. Stay till
I'm about to tell y'all. Get hard as a bitch out here. Give it all for the shit, I swear. My heart getting torn in a bitch. Like a car who gon' ride for the kid. If we go eye for eye, then baby we won't see the end. Need me a ride or die, cause I'll never lose you again. I know that time will treat you well, for sure. But I know it's hard to let you go. Cool. So, how y'all feeling about it? How y'all feel? Let me know in the comments. How y'all feeling about it? Hold up. Let me pull back up Heart Mouth, because I definitely did redirect it. Cool, yeah. Good. Just for the call. Okay, cool. I'm not gonna make that a daily occurrence. Yeah, yo, I'm glad that y'all messing with it for real. Yeah, so all right, so now I'm gonna tell y'all. So y'all really like, okay, cool. So this is, his name is McKinday, right? He's from Baltimore. I'm still sharing. Hold on. His name is McKinday. He's from Baltimore. He's part of like I think like R&B, anti-pop scene, somewhere in that range. But he's dope, and barely anybody knows about him, bro. And I got the chance to talk to him at this concert, and he fire, and he gonna blow. I'm just like putting it out there, but like I'm gonna catch it before. So let me show y'all his Instagram real quick. He got like a couple snippets on there, but I wanna just so y'all can keep up with him. Because like there's no use showing you if like you're not gonna be able to look at it. So McKinday LA bow. Okay, so here's his Instagram, y'all. Bow. So this is McKinday. Got the chance to meet this man at like the Love Groove Music Festival by John Tyler, who's also great, and I should bring him on because he's like fire. Um, but yeah, yo, he's been in like making music for a while. Um, I want to work with him. Like I might, like if I hop in my R&B bag, like I can sing a little, you feel me, like a little, but nah, for real, he's dope. Y'all go follow him for real, because like he's fine, he's fine. All right. I ain't even into what we actually supposed to be doing yet, and my apologies. Like I've been waiting like heck long. So today we going over Jay-Z, right? Everybody knows Jay-Z, but I'm kind of gonna put it in like perspective a little bit, speak a little about it, and I want y'all to bounce off me, like kind of how you feeling about it. And so, how did everybody hear he and I are gonna do a song with? Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. um, yo, so how did everybody here find out about Jay-Z? Like, what was the first like song you heard about him, or maybe like how did you first? What was the first time you got introduced to Jay-Z? Please, I'm interested. Bro, I got so many chords up in here. Um, because I can start, but I'd rather y'all start for real. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna just repeat it one more time for people who may didn't hear. Say I don't even remember. Yeah, I mean he's been in the game for that long, for real. Um, so for me, yo, um, Beyonce, for real? You heard about Jay-Z from Beyonce? Huh? It's more people. Oh wow. Yeah. I think maybe like the second time I heard about Jay-Z was Drunk in Love, and then Jay-Z was the feature. Yeah. Um you said Empire State of Mind as a kid? Yeah. Empire State of Mind, that joint. Um and the Jay-Z and Nas beef is like it's something to look at for real. But yeah, so Empire State of Mind, we got some Beyonce. Anybody else? So the for me, the first time I got introduced to Jay-Z, um, Beyonce too. Okay, cool. So Beyonce was the ticket for a lot of people for Jay-Z. His songs on the radio, yup, them too. Yeah. So when I was little, um, I used to have like a PS like 3, I think, right? And on the PS3, you could put like CDs into it to listen to music, right? So like I ain't had no like phone or nothing, but I had this one CD, and it had like a bunch of songs on it from like my mom, I guess, like from her like little mixtape, and and from that, Jay Z. Well, no, it was Justin Timberlake. Suit and Tie was on there, and then Jay Z was the feature, right? And I never liked that feature from Jay Z. I'm not even going to cap. Like that wasn't like the best first impression, right? But then once I heard him on Drunken Love, and then after that, I got a little taste of like, what is it? What's that song you did with Kanye? Was it well, somebody's in Paris, obviously. But yeah, yo, that was the first time I heard about him. And then like after that, like I just got more and more engrossed in like how integral he was to the culture. So yeah. So you said I heard of him before, obviously, but after Beyonce is when I kind of got into his music. That's interesting. Yeah, because like his feature on Drunken Love for me, like that was the song where I like her. His feature on Drunken Love was like the first time I was like, okay, like he's fire. Who's he? So yeah, so cool. So everybody got introduced to Jay-Z in one way or another. Um, what we're about to go through today is hopefully going to give you a little bit more of an inkling to like who he is as a person, why he's the way he is. Um, And today, right, usually I'll be rambling on without like, I just be rambling on and then y'all just gotta look at me awkwardly. But today I got visuals. They just repeat, but they visuals. So let me share my screen real quick. And they work too. So that's also a plus. So cool. So this right here, what I'm about to play is and I want to be able to, I kind of want to be able to see y'all while yeah, drunken love is hard. Yeah. I kind of want to be able to see y'all's chat while I'm presenting. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. But will it let me do that? Guess we about to see. I should have tested this out before I came. Someone professional, Khalil. Okay. Um, put this to the. Let me start sharing real quick. Hold on. And get this. Put this to the left. This to the right. Okay. Now, let me see if it'll let me present in this mode and at the same time. Yes, it will. It will. Cool, bro. Okay, cool. So then, share my screen. Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. We liking that. Okay. So now I can see y'all's chat and also do what I need to do. Cool. So what I'm about to play is, and I got everything on mute because like the songs might get the screen copyrighted and then taken down. So you're just going to kind of have to look at them, but hopefully it'll be entertaining enough to be listening to while or be watching while I'm talking. So what I'm about to play is Jay-Z. He did a commercial for Rhapsody. And it was like it was a really clever commercial because I don't know, some of y'all have probably seen this one. It's got like all of his like album covers in the commercial. Wait, can I? Hey, okay, cool. So I can put it on repeat and I don't gotta click it every time. Cool. So yeah, so I thought this was really dope to be talking about while I'm talking about Jay-Z. So let me get ready. Play this real quick. And let's hop into it. All right, cool. So Jay-Z, man. Um, so Jay-Z's position in the rap game at the current moment is very interesting to me, to say the least. Like, um, I don't know, y'all have probably like seen some of the moves that he's made in the past few years, and the moves that he's made, probably because he is like big homie, have all been like big homie. Like Jay-Z keeps it completely professional, and he's somebody that people respect a lot and has skin in the game. And if you look at it like what he's done in the past, like I got way more respect than I could even like articulate for. So first, I want to start off for people who don't know kind of how Jay-Z got started doing everything that he does. So Jay-Z was like crazy at hooping, bro. And I'm pretty sure like he used to be extroverted when he was younger. Um, but he had some trauma when he was 11, to which and his trauma was that his dad left when he was 11, and after his dad left, he became a lot more introverted, and uh, from this introversy, like he started to write in order to like express his emotions. Um, so this became something that he became like kind of like obsessed with in a way. Well, not really obsessed with, but like kind of, yeah, obsessed. I think that's the best, and not in like an unhealthy way, but like he started to study words and flows of rappers of his generation, like Curtis Blow, like Run DMC, like Slick Rick, until he could understand every word that they were saying, and then he applied it to his own skills. Um, so, right. Um, I got like a segue here that I forgot. No. So he started picking up like dictionaries and stuff, and he would like read the words inside to like expand his vocabulary. Um, and at some point, within all of this, he became like a master at like doing this. And that's actually um, one of the reasons that's how he got his name, Jay Z, right? Because he made his flow so fast and so smooth that his friends started to call him Jazzy, like Jazzy, which he transformed into Jay Z as like a rap name, which I thought was dope. Cause like it's kind of like it's funny. It kind of reflects his discography because he's always like got like the hidden meanings within, and everything's got like a deeper like underlying layer. Um, so yeah, so Jay-Z, rapper now, master flow. So what I thought was interesting, right, was that so Jay-Z released his first album 1996. Well, he was shopping it around 1996, I think. Around that time, he was about to release his first album, and what he basically tells us is that like, yo, like he was shopping it around labels, and they thought it was trash, like they thought he was garbage, bro. And I'm like, dang, Jay-Z. But like back then, like he would have just been like some regular like upcoming rapper that like everybody's like, oh yeah, yeah, he talked a lot, but he probably not gonna last long. Um, so record labels were like uh kind of turning him away, so he just decided to like um do it himself, which I thought was pretty interesting. So if he that was how his record label got made, matter of fact. So he actually did end up going under a record label at one point once like somebody saw the potential in him, but the record labels were taking more money from him um than he was getting for actually making the music. So he was like, nah, 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 I ain't with all that. Like that's not how like businessmen do it. Like just like for this program that I'm in right now, um this owner of the studio, he was talking to me and he was like, and I asked him a question. I was like, yo, so for engineers, right, when they book a session at the studio, how much how much of the cut do they give you? And he was like, if you own the studio, will people be giving you a cut or would you give them a cut? So I thought that was interesting because like it goes like the same way with music. Like if you make the music, then you're giving them a cut of what you make, not the other way around. So this is the very definition of like do it yourself. You feel me? So this problem is resounding now too. That's the thing. Like labels are still not paying artists enough. I'd say like it's like a profession now, and it's not like a top 5% type of thing. Even though the top 1% do make the most of the income, there's like a lot more opportunities for artists to get like paid now than there were previously. Um, but yeah, so he did it himself. So that's how Rockefeller Records came into play. So if you see Rockefeller Records now, whole slew of artists making bank. Um, so um, I wanted to segue into this, right? Um, so yeah. So um, what's my next? Bro, I promise you, like I got all this like tatted out. Oh yeah. So I wanted to touch back on Jay-Z's kind of like how he started studying his music, right? And that's like I think the biggest difference between our generation and their generation, right? Not to say that one is better than the other, but when Jay-Z started coming up and like these were like the first rappers that came out, wordplay was like a huge thing, right? Like um so Curtis Blow, DMC, Run DMC, Slick Rick, all them like focused on wordplay and stuff like that. So Jay-Z coming up on these rappers, he studied them and that's what he applied to his flow. So that's the difference, right? When we came up, like a lot of the people that we were studying were focused more, I feel like, on the sounds than like necessarily wordplay. And so now our generation is a lot more creative with like how we say things compared to what we're actually saying. Like a lot of the artists right now are a lot more direct with what they say. And a lot of it isn't like coded. Like it's just like, yo, this is what I'm going through right now, plainly stated. But they say it in such like a creative way that it's captivating, and that's what kind of keeps the music perpetuating. So, just something to point out, right? I'm getting off track. So, Jay-Z, right? Reasonable Doubt. Jay-Z, so when he made this record label, right, and he decided they were gonna do it himself, they didn't have like this major backing of like all these like industry professionals like coming down and donating money. Like, no, Like Jay-Z was like, all right, we're gonna do it ourselves, we're gonna put it from the ground up. Jay-Z made Reasonable Doubt, and he sold Reasonable Doubt from the trunk of his car. And like he even said it like, yo, I made like millions out of that trunk, which is wild to me. I'm like, yo, like he really said he was gonna do it, and then he did it. Like, how many people do that like these days, right? That might seem like simple to you, but like he was really out there hustling to like make a dream come true. Blah blah blah. But what I thought was interesting was that he sold from the trunk of his car, and this ended up getting record play. This ended up getting like radio play and becoming the album that solidified his like place in the rap game. Um, and this was all with like underground work, of course. Like he had underground rap battles that he did, doing performances, all that. Like he was on the grind. But the way that he approached it was that like it's kind of like not like the first independent person to do it, but like he had like an independent business model, which was like, yo, anybody that's like not gonna do me right the way I think I should be done right, I'm gonna just do it myself. You feel me? And I'm gonna do it better than you, and then I'm gonna create those opportunities for other artists to do it like even better than you could have, right? So I wanted to segue this into like a larger implication, right? So um this is how business empires are started, right? So you see something done terrible, or you see something done and you're like, yo, like you're really looking at it. Like a lot of people like do this. We do this on a daily basis all the time, right? You look at somebody work, right? And you look at them and you're like, I could do that, but better. Like I could do his job better, for sure. Like I could definitely, I see all the ways that I could like, all the ways that he's messing up, and I see the way that I can do it better. So my point with that is that if you see how you can do it better, then do it better. Get to work. That's a bag right there. If you see somebody doing something like and you don't like the way that it's done, or you think that it can be done better to like perpetuate, I don't know, like more money for whoever's around you, then do it better, right? And this doesn't have to be something that like completely haywires your dreams, right? All the artists, like all the big artists that I know, have multiple streams of income to support their rap music, and then they pour a bunch of money, they pour a percentage of that money, my bad, into that music, and then the music blows. So this is all to say, right? So like, yeah. So if you see something that you think could be done better, do it better. Get to work. Cause like you're not the only one. Like you might be sitting there like, and then there's somebody right next to you, like, that's like, yo, I wonder what he's so interested in. Right. And they not gonna act on it until you act on it. But once well, no. Let me backtrack. But they're gonna be seeing what you're saying, but they might act on it sooner than you do. You feel me? So like that's when I'm like, get to work, yo. If you think it can be done better, do it yourself and do it well. Because all the problems that you're facing are kind of unique to you, but other people are going to be facing as well if they're going to go your path. So get to it, pretty much. Anyway, bro. One thing I want to segue into, right, is how wealthy people handle controversy and scandals, right? Have you ever noticed, and this is what like reality TV shows are based off, right? People love a show, people love a narrative, people love to be nosy and get in other people's business, right? That's just like how some people are. And that's a big percentage of the world. Like everybody's like, oh, it's a fight going on outside? Who? Like, oh, somebody cheated with who? And why they do that? And what was the like everybody's like wondering, like, that's a whole narrative right there that's being built. So if you notice, right, Hove and Beyonce scandal, right? Hove had a cheating scandal, and then Beyonce made that into Lemonade, which became a bag, like a big bag. Like some of the songs on Lemonade, I bump. You feel me? Like another like thing that's like kind of like a trend right there is let me see, Kevin Hart, right? Kevin Hart, he had his cheating scandal. And then he made like a documentary about it, or like a documentary was made about it, and somebody made a bag off that. And then J. Cole made a song about it that got 60 million views called Kevin's Heart about that thing. And then he made a bag off that. So this is all to say that like I'm just like pointing out a trend that like not to say that you should bring controversy into your life, but that like when you build yourself up and like this is why they say let me word it differently. This is why they say all press is good press, because press at the baseline is attention, and attention is worth money. So that's what reality TV shows are based off of. You feel me? And that's why people make their checks there. So um if something bad does like happen to you, not to say that you should cause it, but if something bad does pass over you, think about like, yo, like, dang, bro, my whole house got robbed. Like, I don't know, like somebody broke my left window and stole my cat. You feel me? Like, use it as a bad booster for your pet. Yeah, that's like a better way to word it. Somebody, but like, how can I reframe this? It's all about perspective. How can I reframe this terrible event to be beneficial for me? You feel me? It sucked at first, but now how can I make it good for me? You feel me? And that's what I think Jay-Z and Beyonce did, because they're still together, right? They made it through that. And not everybody does that. But using that scandal as something and reframing it as something that was like honest and that's something and people could relate to and use to make better decisions in their relationships, added to their net worth. So this is all to say that I think this is kind of part of what makes Jay-Z a hustler, right? And it's another point that I want to get to that I think is bigger than this one. But I think this is part of what makes Jay-Z a hustler. Um, that that he's constantly like using the things that are around him in a productive way and on multiple perspectives to see how he can make it benefit him the most as possible. So that's just a little bit of something to think about. But this all ties into, all right, I'm about to change the video, y'all. Hold on. Wow. This is the reasonable. I should have segued to this when I started talking about reasonable doubt. So this is the reasonable doubt tour. Um, this man, this is him performing on the reasonable doubt tour. All out the trunk of his car, just to put it out there. He was out there, and look, okay, like for everybody, like I'm not saying sell out the trunk of your car because like at that time, like mixtapes by CD were like a thing, like, and they were like a product that was hard to come by and everybody used. So these days we're on streaming. So you want to maybe like make a business plan that's like that like plays on the time that we're in, not necessarily his time, but definitely take notes from his business model. But yeah, so what I'm more focused on right now is Jay-Z's role in the music industry right now, right? So he had a big come up. He made smart decisions. He let everybody know I'm not somebody to be played with. Like, I'm really serious about this. You feel me? But a lot of the like rappers back in the day, right? Not all of them rose to the top like Jay-Z did. Like Jay-Z right now is at the top. Like he's at the tippy top. Like partly because I think like he's a billionaire and because of his investments, which somebody more educated on the right investments to make can tell you about what tips you can take from that. But yeah. That's what I'm saying, right? But yeah, so come on. So Jay-Z's position in the game right now is that he's at the top. He's big homie to everybody. Like everybody in the game was like, yeah, like Hove, like that's like that. If you get noticed by Hove or like if he tap in with you, obviously you doing something right. You feel me? That's why I think Jay-Z got in contact with Tone. If you know Tone, when he started the Flip Project, because he was educating like people in his community on real estate. I don't know anything about that situation. I'm just like going out the top of the brain, but I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, so Jay-Z solidified his name in the game by paying back to the people that paid him. And hear me out about this, right? Because Miss Joni talks about all the time, paying it forward, right? Jay-Z is a perfect example of that. So Jay-Z didn't like how his record label was treating him, so he made his own. That record label is still alive today, and it's no complaints from Rockefeller. Rockefeller is like the savior of labels. Like Uzi got in trouble with when Uzi was in trouble with his record label and stuff was where stuff was going on, Rockefeller was like, "Yo, I got a better deal for you right now, and we're gonna give you more freedom than they ever gave you." You know, like that was like a move that was like very symbolic um, by Jay Z, I think. So Jay Z paid back the culture by making a record label that should be like the role model for how artists should be treated. That's one. There's so many artists right now that Jay Z has done favors for that he's paid it forward by like giving tips to like example like Meek Mill. He got Meek Mill. He set the stage for Meek Mill to be as big as he is now. I don't know that whole story. I'm gonna go deeper into it. Maybe I can do like something about Meek Mill. I'll tell you about that. But he did favors for Meek Mill to get him out of prison, and now like they have a relationship, of course. But he told him the right way to move. That's why Meek Mill stays out of trouble, and he's still on top. You know, so he's guiding artists in this generation. He's using his platform to guide artists in this generation on how to move so they can keep on making money, not squander it, and perpetuate their income. That's why you don't see because Jay-Z reaches out to people um, who I think he thinks sees the potential and sees like he sees like people's like music careers as like ventures, right? And depending on the moves that they make is whether or not he'll reach out to them. That's kind of how I see it. So like that's why you don't see Jay-Z reaching out to 6ix9ine because J. Cole speaks on it best that 6ix9ine, what he's doing right now, is just gonna go to more and more and more extremes until he can't go extreme anymore and then he dies out. That's why nobody talks about 6ix9ine anymore. He kind of makes like little waves and then he's going away. Um, so yeah, this is all to say about paying it forward, right? Jay-Z paid it forward to the music industry, and in exchange, it kept him on top. He made Tidal, Tidal, the streaming service, that's Jay-Z. Even though he just sold it off for like a bunch of money, whatever. But the thing about Tidal is that if you look at the pay-per-view, which is how much the artist gets paid every time somebody streams their song, Tidal is the highest pay-per-view out of all the streaming services, I think. And that's partly, I think, maybe why it's not, it's having a hard time, maybe like staying afloat right there. You got to study for this. All right, bet. Yeah, cool, bro. I hope you ace it for real. But Tidal has the highest pay-per-view for artists. So if you should definitely get your music on Tidal and get people to stream it on there because you'll make the most money. But out of all of them, so he's like, yo, I see that they're not paying us enough at the base level for just releasing songs. So you know what? About someone's history. Yeah, yo, is there so much interesting stuff to delve into? I ain't even go into the Jay-Z and Nas BVO, like, but yeah. So Tidal pays the most per view out of all the streaming services. Jay-Z said, "Look, I see they're not paying us enough for the music that we're creating, or at least not as much as I think we should be getting paid. So I'm gonna make a streaming services that I'm gonna make a streaming service that pays us that pays y'all more. So hop on this one, right? You feel me? And this artist that probably made bank off Tidal that I don't like specifically know. I don't know any artists that release in like exclusively on Tidal. That could be a good move though. But yeah, so this is all to say paying it forward, right? The reason Jay-Z was able to stay on top was one, he made good business moves and decisions, and he had an independent model which paid him the most back, right? That's cool. That can be compared with like starting a business. But paying it forward though is what kept him on top. And paying it forward all comes down to perpetuating wealth. If you do something for somebody, right? Like say like you get into a position. Here's like a perfect example, right? This is why rich people make rich friends so they can stay in a rich circle so they can stay rich. Think on that, right? So say you get like a college degree, right? Or I don't know, like you learn a trade or you learn something to which now you've increased your income to $100,000 a year, right? And so you got a circle of friends. Let's say you got, all right. I'm gonna just be like straight up with it. Say you got a circle of broke friends, right? And you the one that's making 100,000, right? And they are like, yo, like I'm trying to make the money that you make it, right? So you pay it forward by teaching them how to get into the business, teach macking them, or like, schooling them on the mistakes that you made before they make them, so they can get to the place that you are quicker. And now, like, everybody in your circle, say you got 9 friends, everybody in your circle makes $100,000. Now you got a circle with a network of $1,000,000. If you ever need favors, they got you. If you make the decisions about your friends, if you ever need favors, they got you. If you ever want to make another business investment, you got 9 people with an income of $100,000 that are willing to make a business investment in you, since you made an investment of knowledge in them. And knowledge doesn't cost anything. This is how you perpetuate wealth and income, and this is how generational wealth is started. That's why when your father is a lawyer in the family, he trying to teach you how to be a lawyer, because he already made all the mistakes right there. So he knows he can get you there faster than somebody else would. And he cares about you more. So he knows that once you get to that level, you're adding more wealth to the family and you can perpetuate more wealth. It all comes down to paying it forward. This is why no matter what position you're in, no matter how much you're making, it's always important to pay it forward. It's always important, no matter what, at the base level. You could be teaching somebody how to lock a door. You feel me? You could be teaching somebody how to fix, I don't know, like the door hinges, or you could be teaching somebody how to wire up a house. Whatever you're doing, once you teach them, and if they're really like invested in learning, that's another thing. That's, I think, tied to like the Heart Smiles like model, because like only people invested in learning how to grow themselves are the ones that stay. The ones that just want to grab the cash and go don't stay long. You feel me? So yeah, that's all to say. Paying it forward. Whatever you learn that somebody is interested in learning, if they're younger than you or if they're older than you, teach them. Because once you teach them and they make that money, what if they, dang, I ain't put this on loop. Okay, hold on. Once you teach them and they're interested in learning and they learn it, now they got something that makes them money. And what if off like wiring up that house or figuring out the electronics of that house, they get a big deal. They're gonna reach back to you and be like, oh yeah, you taught me how to do all this, big homie. Let me get you on the crew. Let's wire this up together and split the profits. It's all about paying it forward. And that is what I think makes Jay-Z a hustler. On top of taking things from new perspectives in order to like increase his income, on top of taking the independent business model and not taking no for an answer and being stubborn and being selfish with exactly what you want for what you want to do. On top of, studying the game the correct way, and paying homage to everybody and staying like respectful, besides maybe the Jay-Z and Nas beef. Even though that was like that Jay-Z and Nas beef, they made money off that too. Each of them, but yeah. This is why I think Jay-Z is a hustler, yo. New perspectives. He's always taking in new perspectives. He's always teaching everybody what he knows. What he knows, and guiding them on the path that he thinks they're going to go down, and how not to end up in a hole where they can't get out and they're stuck. He perpetuates the wealth. That's all what it's about, yo. All right. Do I got anything on here? 7:48. I got 10 minutes left. Shoot. I think that's it. Okay, cool. Well, now that that's it, all right. So that's like everything that I wanted to say. Now I'm about to hop into this like the random anecdotes, man. So yeah, yo, paying it forward, yo. Nipsey Hussle, Jay-Z bought Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle created. I already talked about Nipsey Hussle before, but Nipsey Hussle created like a business model for making pop-up shops, and that's something I got to talk about. So exclusivity. If you make really, really good music and you get people addicted to it, and then you make it exclusive, you're setting yourself up to make a bunch of money. That's why vinyls are able to sell for so much, because they're like an exclusive product. You can't get like a vinyl anywhere. You feel me? But you can stream a song anywhere in the world. So Nipsey made, he sold, I think, I forget if it was vinyls. I think it was vinyls. He sold vinyls for $100 each, $100 mixtape. When mixtapes used to be free. But up to that point, let me just say he made so much skin in the game that everybody respected him, and he crunched the numbers on what the area for that pop up shop was that would be most effective for him. So he did back work beforehand. So it was steps to this. But he set up a pop up shop, um, where he sold $100. He had 10,000 um, vinyls, I think, and then he sold them for 100 each. Um, if I'm thinking correctly, or was it 1,000? It was either 10,000 or 1,000. But I remember Hove bought I think 100 of those for 100 each. Let me crunch that number. Hove bought 100 of those for 100 each and dropped 10K on them, just like that. He bought 100. So that's the importance of networking. One, because having friends in the game. This is why I said rich friends have a rich circle. Nipsey had Jay-Z as a friend, and Jay-Z invested in him. Is that simple? So that kept his wealth going. But yeah, so um Jay-Z did that favor, right? And like, not only does that look good as like just like an artist, but he invested in Nipsey Hussle, and like, if anybody affiliated with like Nipsey's crew, like if Jay-Z needs any favors, he can reach out to them for sure. It's really just like putting money in somebody else's hands that you know is trustworthy in, and letting them run with it, and just trusting that they're gonna make the good decision. It's all about character. You feel me? So yeah, so that's one of the favors he did. Um, Let me see what he did for Lil Uzi, what he did for Meek Mill. Um, oh man, I should have a list. I'm unprepared. What he did for Lil Uzi, what he did for Meek Mill. And just like there's so much other stuff that he's done in the game. That's like wow. But yo, looking at I got one more slide, y'all. I'm about to pull it up real quick. Don't mind. Oh no, never mind. No, never mind. Don't even. Y'all ain't even see that. Y'all ain't even see that. That's my fault. I slipped up. Crazy, crazy how they do. Nah. So yeah, I'm gonna sum it up real quick, and then we can end off. Just like y'all, let me know what you got from this. If you did get anything. Um, so basically, Jay Z rags to riches story, of course. Um, he didn't like the way that things were being done, so he did it himself. One. Um, Let me see what else after that. Yeah, so he did it himself. So reasonable doubt out the trunk of his car. Um, which like not to say that hadn't been done before, but he knew what kind of product he had and what value it had, and he went hard on it. So uh he perpetuated his like place in the industry by paying it forward to everybody in the game that he thought had potential to perpetuate their wealth. Um yeah, man. And then he did favors, like heck of favors, like so many favors, that like he good for the rest of his, I mean, he's like a billionaire, but like he good for the rest of his life, you know. Um and then the favors that he did in paying it forward were all beneficial for the people who would come next, you know. So think about that. So yeah, I want to sum this all up with like straight up, like, yo, if you like, just like I said before, if you see something that you think could be done better, do it, do it better, and get to work, bro. Get to work. They waiting on you. They owe you money. That's the I saw that on like IG. It's this rapper in Baltimore named Cabana. I think like Cabana is part of his name. But this other rap was like running it down to him. Like he was a real businessman. He was like, yo, like, you ain't got no merch yet? You ain't got no merch yet? What about you ain't got a brand? You ain't got a brand? Like he was like running them down, and he was like, "Yo, they owe you money. You should already have these things in check. They owe you money. Go to East City, and start like pushing your product. Like they owe you money. The money. That's why the mentality I have with money now is kind of like the money is there for people to give me. I just have to give them a reason enough to give me that money. Like I can get $1,000 out of somebody if I provided the right service. Um, That's why I don't really like trip over it, right? If I have enough reason for somebody to give me money, then they will. But if I don't, like if I'm just like, yo, give me $100, what for? That's the first question they gonna ask. Um, if you ask somebody to give you $100, they're gonna look at you like you're crazy because they're like, what do you want me to give you $100 for? Like, there's no reason. Like, no, you feel me? But if you like, if they got a need right then, and you like, yo, I'll do this for you for $100, then I'll be like, all right, bet, take it. You feel me? You doing something for me, so I'm gonna do something for you. That's how it works. Get to work. They owe you money. I like that quote. Yeah. All right. I'm pretty much done up with everything I got about Jay Z. Um, how did y'all feel about that, man? How'd y'all feel about? Did you guys gain anything like useful from that? I know I rambled on for a lot for a long time, but it was a lot to cover. Um, and I just wanted to get through everything that I thought was important that y'all could take up. But yeah, like that. Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, how'd y'all feel about it? Cool. That was good. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna try to do like more stuff with that. I'm planning like an interview uh like next week, and it's gonna be more like I'm gonna change up the format of how I do the interviews because most of it is just talking head, and then like that gets boring after like 10 minutes. Um, but I'm gonna try to make it more like interactive and like more visually appeasing for y'all. Um, and like I was upset because like I was hoping that back and track would work so that like y'all can have something to listen to while I was talking, just stuff to make it more interesting. But yeah, I'm glad y'all enjoyed it for real. Jay Z is a really influential figure. Um, there's not too much of his music that I bump, but I know his influence in the game, and I respect that. So I think that kind of like sustains for that. Look more into him. There's so many more stories that I could talk about. Like when he's done good for the music industry. Um, like everything that he's done, music that he's created, ways he's pushed boundaries. Like, yeah, like I highly recommend y'all take some notes from what he's done because like it's like serious. Like, yeah. Yeah, so that's me. I'm done. Yeah, man. All right. Yeah, Miss Joni, I'm ready to get out of here. But what'd you think about it?
Your best session yet, yo.
Oh, you liked it?
Yo, what? Your best session yet. First of all, I love the fact that you use the real living icon to equate that to things that we could be doing in our life now. Like just to show how every door that was closed in his face, he literally not only opened the door up for himself, but for other people as well. And he gets
Yeah.
overlooked like a lot. So I'm just glad that you brought that to the surface. Yo, listen to the Black album, yo. You know what? Listen to the first song on the Black album, and if the first song don't get you, then don't even worry about it. But listen to the first. That's my favorite Jay Z album, the Black
Okay,
album.
cool.
Yeah, the
I'm
Black
listening to
album.
that right after this. Cool.
Yeah, like yo, you did it. I wish you had enough time to get into like how he rose to be the king of New York because if Biggie would have never
Mm,
died, that'd never happened. That was a big
really?
controversy back in the yo. That was a yo. Jay Z wasn't getting that much love when Biggie was in the game because it was Biggie, Biggie, Biggie. But then Biggie got killed. Somebody had to rise to the top. Like,
Yeah.
and that right there, yeah, that was a big, big, big controversial thing.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna definitely look into that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's interesting.
yeah. It's so much stuff. Yo, you could have gotten to the Biggie Siegel beef, all that. But like yeah, like yo, this was a great topic. You had me on the edge the whole time. I'm like, yo, this is good, yo. Yo, Beats
Man,
dropped them jewels on y'all head today, yo. So somebody better take that and run with it. So thank you so much, Beats. This was great. You did a
yeah,
great job.
no problem. And thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Yep, next Thursday.
All right. Yo, I hope y'all really take session, yo. Like that man really laid it out for y'all and really used a living, a real life example, yo, to show you just how when you believe in yourself, it don't matter who don't believe in you. Yo, brother, like, oh, y'all gonna hear this today. Yo, bless. That wasn't even my topic. That was his topic. I mean, I loved it. Don't get me wrong, but like he thought it at himself. That wasn't my topic. I loved it though, like because it's real life. And if Jay Z would have listened to all the people that told him he couldn't rap, because people used to say that he didn't have no skills, like that he couldn't rap. People used to also say how ugly he was and all that and call him out for that. Like Jay Z went through a lot of drama in the beginning. Like, yo, I said, regardless, y'all gonna hear that. I know Tanner, it was definitely good. But Jay Z went through a lot of drama, yo, and he could have easily given up. And now he just put himself in a position to literally be a blessing for so many other people, yo. And yo, that was just not he a little funny looking, yo. Bye, yo. Y'all know what I'm about to say, yo. Dawn to Dawn already told y'all, yo, go be productive, yo. If you hanging on with us now, then I already know that's probably not your struggle. But just in case it's your struggle a little bit, yo, go be productive. You still got about 2 more working hours left in this day, yo. Keep yourself on track. Keep yourself on focus on where you want to go, yo. Like I was just telling somebody earlier, the time is going to pass anyway. Whatever age you at now, next year you're going to be the next age, and then the year after that you're going to be the next age. The time is going to pass regardless. You got to be able to make every minute count. So then that way, when you do actually get to an age where it's on you to dictate what your life look like, don't find yourself stuck under somebody's foot because you didn't do what you were supposed to do to set yourself up right. At that point, it ain't nobody else's fault. Right now, you can probably blame somebody else for your living situation. If you under 18, I ain't talking to the 18 and over. 18 and over, that's on you. But if you under 18, you can probably blame somebody else for the overall situation or condition that you in right now because you didn't choose to be there. In a few more years, the only person you're going to be able to blame is yourself. And if you're still there, you know that that's not where you want to be. But if you are still there, baby, that's on you at that point. And that's why these types of conversations are so important, yo, because they help to build you up so that now poverty can be a choice for you. If you want to live in poverty, if you cool with being in poverty, fine, stay there. But if you're not, then guess what? You are able to empower yourself and have a choice. Yo, the worst thing in the world is being of age. And when I say of age, that 18 and plus, the worst thing in the world is being 18 and plus and you not being able to live where you want to live because you haven't worked to put yourself in that position. You not being able to drive the kind of car that you want to drive because you haven't put yourself in that position or drive at all for that matter. Because I know too many 18 plus still out here begging for a ride. Like, no, that's not the type of lifestyle that we want. But y'all can't be taking these moments for granted. Yo, I don't care if you 14, 15. If you already know that you want better for your life, start preparing now. Start preparing now. And maybe that's not you jump out there and get an apartment or get a house once you turn 18 or whatever. Maybe that's you on somebody's college campus, living your best life, exploring yourself, educating yourself. Like, who knows what that is? But all I'm saying is, if you know you want different, yo, don't be sitting up here wasting these moments and wasting this time. Like, yo, you really got to put that work in. When I say go be productive, I'm not saying it just because it's a cool slogan. I'm saying it because that's what you really need to do. You really need to go out here and be productive so that you can start right now putting yourself in a better position. You know how many 18, 19, 20-year olds I talk to on a daily basis that wish they was back in high school so that they could do something different? Now, how many 20 some year olds I talk to every single day, yo, wish that they was in your position now, because knowing what they know now all the precious time that they wasted. That don't have to be your story, yo. It can be your story. It will be your story if that's what you choose to do, but it don't have to be your story, yo. Get yourself out if you want to be out. So get those goals done, yo. And if you ain't got no goals, you already know, don't hit me up. I ain't having that conversation. There's plenty of heartbeats that can help you with your goals, yo. But go be productive and start working on where you want to go in this world. So, all right, yo, that's it for me tonight. If y'all rocking with us tomorrow, I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow on Focus Friday, and make sure y'all looking out for the links and stuff to be able to sign up for the extra stuff that we doing. And keep in mind the year-round people, yes, y'all get money on top of your money. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. I'll catch y'all later.